We faced some pretty big decisions. Buying Dominion scared me. That is unreal. Oh my God.
The crew took a huge leap with Dominion, and guess what? It really worked out. They're about to hit 7,000 ounces of gold, smashing their original goal. Tony Beets is all in, trying to beat the cold and squeeze out every bit of gold. There's also a bit of family drama, with Tony's son Kevin stepping up big time to keep things moving. And Parker Schnabel? His big gamble on Dominion Creek is paying off big time, with the team racing against winter to grab as much gold as they can. Ever wonder what it feels like to be on the edge, hunting for gold with everything on the line? Join us and see how thrilling chasing that gold can be, especially when winter's breathing down your neck. Proving doubters wrong with gold.
So all these,
You weren't even born in the 80s, were you?
and you were only like 65.
The team bought Dominion, a risky move that turned out to be a success. The land exceeded expectations, and they set a goal to mine 5,000 ounces of gold. Surprisingly, they are now close to reaching 7,000 ounces. The team aims to maximize their gold earnings, facing high expenses without complaint and maintaining a forward momentum. Despite initial doubts about their capabilities, lacking a crew and equipment and facing skepticism, they've proven their doubters wrong.
I didn't have a crew, I didn't have machines. A lot of people doubted me, but I love proving people wrong.
Their perseverance is motivated by the need to secure a future in gold mining, with a minimum goal of 1,000 ounces.
We're gonna get 2,500? I don't know, but there's no use quitting early. You always gotta go forward, forward, forward.
As winter approaches just south of the Arctic Circle, the cold increases challenges in the Klondike goldfields. Operations must halt when temperatures drop severely, as everything freezes. Despite a season marred by setbacks, Tony Beets is determined to exceed his 2,500-ounce goal. His relentless pursuit to operate 4 plants simultaneously marks a first in his career. Family dynamics also play a crucial role. Kevin, Tony's eldest son and chief mechanic, temporarily leaves the family business due to disagreements, but returns to help. His commitment is tested as he navigates the complex relationship with his father and the pressure to succeed. Kevin successfully installed the new steel screens in the plant, making the reassembly process smoother. With the hopper feeder and spray bars in place, they pushed to get the plant running. The addition of the water line meant 2 plants could operate simultaneously, boosting their chances to earn more as the season ends.
Get the water line hooked up, and then he'll have 2 plants going side by side.
With the 3rd plant up and running, Kevin turned his attention to getting the dredge operational for gold mining. Despite the workload, the team was optimistic, even as they faced the approaching cold weather that threatened to freeze their equipment, potentially delaying their operations until spring. The effort was part of Parker Schnabel's ambitious plan to mine Dominion Creek, a $15 million investment that has paid off with 6,820 ounces of gold mined so far, nearing his goal of 7,000 ounces.
Parker is going to be spending a lot of money before we ever get an ounce of gold out of here.
With winter fast approaching, the team focused on extracting as much gold as possible from the remaining ground in the money pit. However, challenges arose when a rock jammed the pre-wash system, halting their only operational wash plant. The team quickly worked to remove the blockage and replace the damaged impact boards, essential for processing the heavy rocks. Despite the setback, they managed to get the plant running again in just 4 hours, determined to mine out the money pit before winter fully set in. Parker encouraged his crew to finish strong, aware of the limited time left in the season and the impending harsh weather. Meanwhile, 100 miles away, Rick Ness faced his own challenges, striving to turn his season around in the last week, following a year of significant personal and financial upheaval.
I think we've got enough dirt out of Rally Valley to get us to 1,000 ounces. But at a certain point, Mother Nature's going to end it for us. And if we aren't where we need to be, well, we're out of luck. But
Rick has reached a critical point in his mining journey, with everything riding on the success of his Rally Valley operation. To meet his target of 1,000 ounces of gold, he needs a record-breaking haul of 176 ounces before the onset of winter. Failure to reach this goal could mean the end of his mining days, as financial constraints would make it impossible to continue. For Rick, it's not just about his own future, but also about the livelihoods of his dedicated crew, which he considers the best he's ever worked with. Winter is coming fast, and our team is in a race against time. They need to find more gold before the freezing cold stops them in their tracks. All in for gold before winter. Pushing Monster Red, his largest wash plant, to its limits, Rick is determined to process a huge pile of pay dirt from Rally Valley. Time is of the essence, as the harsh winter threatens to halt their operations prematurely. Rick's strategy includes running 2 wash plants to maximize gold recovery, a move that entails relocating a crucial pump from Rally Valley to support an additional 100 yards of pay dirt per hour through the Rocky wash plant. The pressure mounts as Rick and his crew rush to set up Rocky with the relocated pump, aiming to keep both plants operational to reach their gold target. This final push is not just a financial necessity, but also a personal challenge for Rick, seeking to prove to himself and his crew that they can achieve their ambitious goal. Despite a setback when an excavator bucket unexpectedly detaches, Rick's team quickly mobilizes to implement a temporary fix, showcasing their resourcefulness and commitment. This quick response is vital to keeping their operations running and inching closer to the 1,000-ounce mark. Rick's gamble to run 2 plants in the final days of the season reflects his all-or-nothing approach to mining, with the hopes of paying off debts and rewarding his crew's hard work with a significant gold bonus. As they race against the clock and the impending freeze, the team's unity and perseverance are their greatest assets in reaching their gold mining goal. Tony Beets has given his son Kevin the task of managing the dredge, a machine that Kevin is familiar with, even though it was shut down 2 weeks prior due to the departure of its experienced operator.
Go have a look at the dredge, Kevin, see what you think, guy.
Sounds like a plan.
Kevin, knowing the dredge well, begins to reacquaint himself with its controls and successfully starts it up. The dredge is a rare piece of mining equipment, not many of which are still in use today, and Kevin is determined to extract the last ounces of gold from the ground before the season ends. While Tony has never operated the dredge himself, Kevin navigates the delicate balance of running it, a task that requires patience and precision. However, Kevin encounters a setback when the dredge's 34-ton bucket line is thrown off track. The solution involves wrapping a cable around the bucket line and using a D8 dozer and an excavator to lift and guide it back into place. Despite the challenges, Kevin and the team manage to get the bucket line fixed and the dredge running again.
Like, legit. I'm impressed.
For the first time, Tony has all 4 of his wash plants, including the dredge, in operation at the same time, aiming to maximize gold production. This achievement marks a significant moment for Tony's operation as they look forward to the gold yield by the season's end. Meanwhile, at the money pit, the Schnabel crew is facing the challenge of mining out the remaining 3 acres of ground as winter approaches. The compactness of the pay dirt makes it difficult to dig, and they enlist gold recovery expert Chris Dumit to help increase their stockpile. The wash plant, Roxanne, is processing a large amount of pay dirt, but the crew struggles to keep up with the plant's demand, risking a shutdown and freeze if they run out of pay dirt. As temperatures drop to 13 degrees at night, Mitch and Tyson return to the money pit, determined to keep Roxanne running through the night to prevent it from freezing over. Their effort is a race against time and cold, aiming to ensure continuous operation and avoid ending the season prematurely. As the cold gets harsher, every bit of dirt they dig up is full of hope. Will the icy ground give up its gold, or will their dreams be buried under snow? Last gold before the deep freeze. The crew starts urgently digging the dirt, understanding that keeping their wash plant running is crucial. If the plant freezes, it won't operate until the next spring, setting them back significantly. They focus on moving the dirt into the feeder, one scoop at a time, to keep the process going. Tyson, operating a D10 dozer, tackles the task of clearing fine tailings, sandy waste material that's accumulating and threatening to halt operations by clogging the site. Despite spending a day clearing these tailings, they've built up again, indicating the severity of the situation. As Tyson attempts to manage the tailings, he finds himself stuck in a slurry of waste, complicating the situation further. With the dozer trapped, there's a risk of having to shut down the wash plant if they can't promptly remove the obstruction. In an attempt to free the stuck dozer, Tyson and Mitch, another crew member, strategize to dig out the surrounding material in hopes of providing enough leverage for the dozer to push through the soft, swamp-like tailings. Despite their efforts, the dozer remains stuck, with every attempt to move, sinking it deeper into the slurry.
There it goes.
I think we got her, Mitch.
Yeah!
In a last-ditch effort, Mitch tries to push the dozer from behind, finally freeing it and allowing operations to continue. With the crisis averted, the team turns their attention back to processing pay dirt, mindful of the rapidly decreasing pile. Their efforts to keep the plant running overnight are successful, and they start the day with a sizable amount of pay dirt ready for processing. The goal now is to move all the dirt through the wash plant to reach their season's target. Meanwhile, at another location, Thomas Lynch, operating a 52-ton excavator, faces a dire situation as he attempts to cross a creek and finds the excavator sinking into the mud. With water levels rising and threatening to submerge the engine, there's a rush to rescue the machine to avoid significant financial loss. The urgency of the situation prompts calls for additional equipment to assist in the recovery effort, highlighting the constant challenges and unexpected setbacks faced by the mining crew in their pursuit of gold. At Tony Beat's Indian River mining site, an urgent operation unfolds to rescue a 52-ton excavator stuck in the mud. Mike takes the lead, creating a solid foundation to work from, aiming to leverage the excavator out of its mire. Monica joins the effort, and together they use precision and skill to navigate the delicate situation. Tony reflects on the value of experience in such scenarios, noting how quick reactions and knowledge are essential in preventing machinery from becoming irretrievably stuck. With teamwork, they manage to free the excavator, avoiding a potentially costly delay in their mining operations. Meanwhile, Rick Ness faces his own challenges as winter tightens its grip on his mining operation 3,000 feet up in the mountains above Keno. Rick's team is in a race against the cold to process the last of the Rally Valley pay dirt, aiming to reach their goal of 1,000 ounces of gold.
Oh!
Those are some icicles.
Everything is iced up, man.
I mean, there's no use running it like it is.
However, they encounter a significant hurdle when one of their wash plants, Rocky, freezes solid overnight, putting their final push at risk. Time is running out, and the ground is starting to freeze. It's a race against nature to see if their hard work will turn into gold, or if they'll be left out in the cold. Wrapping up with wins. Determined not to let the freeze halt their progress, Rick and his crew employ torches to thaw out the machinery, careful to avoid causing any damage. They manage to get Rocky running again, but the clock is ticking as the machinery could freeze again if not kept in continuous operation. The team rallies to feed Rocky with pay dirt, hoping that this final effort will be enough to meet their season's goal. Adding to the urgency is the personal stake for foreman Buzz Lego, whose wife is terminally ill. A successful end to the season and the resulting gold bonus would significantly help in caring for her. With time being of the essence, The team is motivated not just by financial gain, but by the need to support one of their own in a time of personal crisis. As Rick and his crew push hard to finish processing the Raleigh Valley stockpile, the pressure mounts. The weather is worsening and time is running out, but their determination remains unwavering. They are committed to finishing strong, ensuring that all their efforts over the season translate into a tangible reward, both for themselves and for their comrades facing personal challenges. At Tony Beat's Indian River mining site, the team is close to completing work on the money pit, marking the end of a productive season. Parker and his crew can clearly see the divide between the processed and unprocessed ground, symbolizing their progress. The line of pay dirt is running out, which signals a successful wrap-up of their operations in this area. Tyson, a key member of Parker's team, is called over to witness the final stages of mining at Dominion Creek. The visual contrast between worked and untouched areas is stark, indicating that their job is nearly done. This moment is significant for the crew, as it represents the culmination of their hard work throughout the season. With hopes of reaching their gold target of 7,000 ounces, the team feels a mix of accomplishment and anticipation. As the last of the pay dirt is processed, Chris, another crucial team member, is informed that the cleanup process at Rock Sand is ready to commence. This cleanup is pivotal, as it will determine if their seasonal efforts have paid off. Mitch expresses gratitude to Chris for his hard work and dedication, highlighting the challenges they overcame together. Chris is then encouraged to head home early to be with his family, underlining the importance of personal commitments alongside professional achievements. Meanwhile, Rick Ness is in the final stretch of processing his Raleigh Valley pay dirt with his wash plant, Monster Red, working hard all day. The end of the stockpile marks the conclusion of their season's work, and now, the focus shifts to the cleanup. This cleanup is Rick's last opportunity to reach his goal of 1,000 ounces, which would enable him to settle his debts and secure his return next season. However, Rick faces a critical financial obligation to his landlord, Troy Taylor. Rick must pay a $400,000 installment towards the purchase of the property, or risk losing his mining ground and camp. This payment is crucial not only for maintaining his mining operations, but also for ensuring he can provide substantial bonuses to his crew, whom he hopes to retain for the next season. They have big decisions to make that could change everything. Will they finish the season as winners, or will the Wild take their dreams away? Beyond the target in the Wild. The conversation with Troy is tense, but ultimately fruitful, as Rick manages to make the payment, though uncertainties about fulfilling his other financial responsibilities remain. This moment underscores the high stakes and financial pressures inherent in gold mining, with Rick's future operations hanging in the balance. As the season draws to a close, the success of the final cleanups will determine the fate of Rick's mining venture, highlighting the precarious nature of chasing gold in the wilderness. Rick successfully completed his deal with Troy, moving closer to achieving his comeback. He gave Troy the necessary gold, and now faces the challenge of paying his bills and ensuring his team is well compensated to secure their return next year. They aim for a significant gold find to end the season on a high note. Meanwhile, 100 miles away, the Beats family concluded their mining season, shutting down their operations. Despite not meeting their 6,000-ounce goal, Tony is optimistic as he chases a new target of 2,500 ounces. Running 4 plants, they start with the dredge at Indian River, followed by the shaker deck and other plants, eventually surpassing their goal. Tony's efforts result in a season total of 3,054 ounces, valued over $6 million.
It was an expensive season.
It was very expensive.
It's a little bit of a wake-up call. Is it going to change what we do? No. If anything comes out of this, we'll do a lot better in the future.
Rick Ness faces a crucial moment in his mining season, needing a significant gold haul to reach his 1,000-ounce goal, which would cover his expenses and secure the future of his team. Betting everything on Raleigh Valley, his gamble pays off, with a final count exceeding his target and achieving a total of 1,125.75 ounces. This success not only covers his costs, but also provides bonuses for his team, bringing him closer to owning the mining site. The narrative also touches on personal challenges and aspirations, with Kevin considering his own mining ventures while balancing family expectations. The season concludes with a reflection on the hardships and achievements, highlighting the importance of teamwork and perseverance in the face of adversity. This gesture meant a lot, and emphasized the importance of thinking about say and overcoming hardships. The team, having faced tough times together, succeeded remarkably, growing close like a family. They're excited to return next year, stronger and more united, proud of hitting their goals and looking forward to the future with confidence. Parker Schnabel, after investing $15 million in a massive mining claim, was on the edge of a breakthrough season. Needing just 174 ounces to reach his 7,000-ounce target, the money pit potentially promised much more. The final weigh-in exceeded expectations, with a haul of 54.35 ounces, valued over $1.1 million, marking the season's biggest weekly gold haul from a single wash plant. The season's total reached 7,381.1 ounces, worth nearly $15 million, almost covering the cost of the Dominion purchase in just one season. The team celebrated their success, acknowledging those who contributed to this achievement and remembering those who couldn't be there. Parker thanked his team, emphasizing his appreciation and hope for their return next year. Special gold coins made from their mined gold were given as tokens of gratitude, symbolizing a meal at the team's kitchen.
I really want to thank you all. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that every one of you guys wants to come back, because every one of you guys has a spot here next year.
Parker expressed his gratitude for the team's dedication and the successful ground purchase, looking forward to future endeavors with optimism and a sense of security. Is the Dominion Creek's fortune truly a result of sheer luck, or could there be ancient mysteries buried along with the gold? Share your theories, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing tales.